Hi everyone, and welcome back to ms.craftsalots Lair. I am Barbie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I am going to show you how to make this super cute treat box for your teacher or your child's teacher. This is going to be perfect to fit all sorts of goodies in because I do not like to shortchange the teachers. Good for teachers, a family member who is a teacher, or some of us are homeschool moms, so we like our treats as well. But that being said, not to go into blabbering, today we need real red. So I have a piece of scrap to stamp the apples in. Stamp set that we're using today is the Harvest Hellos. So you have this really cute apple, the apple slice, and then the You're an A+ teacher, or to an A+ teacher, which are, these two are going to be what we use today, as well as, it also has all of the pumpkin stuff on here. And it also has the Apple Builder punch that you can get to go along with it to punch out your apple and your pumpkin and your stems and leaf. So, and then, so real fast, I'm going to start off with the box part of your box. So it is real red again. This piece is measured at 7.5 by 2.5. And I'm going to take out my trimmer here for the score pieces. So on the 7.5 side, you're going to want to score. Let me see if I can get you in this just a little bit better. There we go. You'll want to score at 1.5, 3.5, 5, and then, oops, I didn't pop this out. I still have yet to figure out the easy way to get this open. The 5.5, or I'm sorry, the 5, and then you also want to score at 7. Also, on the short side here, on the 2.5 inch side, you're going to want to score at 1 inch. So it's going to get you a piece that looks like this. Let me see if I can get it shown good here. There we go. So it's going to look like that for you. And I'm going to grab our snips. And go ahead and, I'm going to flip it over here. Trim the short side on the inch side into the, to that score. Like that, and then kind of fan out this particular little flap, because this is going to be the inside flap. So you've got, let me get this in here better, come on, there we go. So you got that going on, and then you've got the little flaps here that you're going to want to trim down. So all these are going to be trimmed down to that first, that 1 score mark on the inch side. So you're not going to want to get this longer side, you're going to want the shorter side. It is, I can't believe that it is already time for school to be starting soon. It seems like our summer was not a summer. So this is what I have so far. So this gives you an idea of what you're going to want to get this to look like. So you're going to have the shorter flaps cut kind of, I would call them kind of fan cut, and then the straight cuts for the 2 longer sides. And then go ahead and fold in on all the score marks. This is probably the faster part of this. Just for the fact that yes. And I'm going to be using the Tombow glue today. I'm my tape runner kind of girl, but for this project it just takes some liquid glue. So, and this does not want to, this has been neglected, as you can tell, so it doesn't want to run very well. There we go. And fold this over, whoops, to get the box. And then these two tapered, that's the word I was looking for. These two tapered sides are going to be what goes in first. So those shorter tapered sides. Tapered. That is going to be the word of the day. So I am going to go ahead and glue this up. Now this is not going to go all the way across, so there's going to be a little bit of glue that's going to be showing. But that's okay. If you wanted to, you can trim these, the shorter sides down just a hair. I don't think that that was really necessary for mine because they are so close together. And then I'm going to go ahead and do just a little bit of a strip along here. Something that I have learned because I made a complete mess out of the one I showed you because, well, because I can, I guess. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my bone folder to kind of press down in here and make sure that everything is nice and glued down and secure. And so I'm going to set that aside, cover up my glue quick here, and then Versamark for the stamp pad, or ink pad, I didn't mention that, I'm sorry. And some, that's where that went. I was wondering where that little piece of paper went. Yeah, off of there, thank you. Gonna go ahead and stamp this twice. Stamp the apple twice. And on one side, doesn't matter which one, I'm going to stamp the to an A+ teacher. So I'm going to go in this one, I think. And that is all stamped. Bring out my white emboss powder. And make a mess of my table again. I did not use my embossed bloody, and it shows. And for any parts that you still have a little bit of extra embossing powder around, I use a paintbrush to get and kind of go around and loosen some of that up, just so in that way you can get it off of there so it's not a complete mess. You want to do that kind of careful around your around where things are supposed to be, because you can brush off the embossing powder off of your Versamark, which in itself would not be a fantastic thing, I don't think. All right, so get that tapped off, put this off the side, and then I am going to use my heat tool here to emboss this. Now you want to make sure your heat tool is hot, is heated up to where it needs to be to melt your emboss powder, because if you saw my live that I did on Facebook regarding this kind of project, I didn't let my heat tool get warm and I suffered the consequences. So I'm going to go ahead and do this here quick, and I will be right back with you. Okay, and I'm back here, and I kind of made a little bit of a mess, but we're all good. It'll work. So go ahead and use your punch. Oh, that punch is not close enough. To punch out your apples. I gotta trim this just a little bit. Put the apple just a little too close to the edge. Or a little too far from the edge, actually. There we go. Now we got it in there. And then, I told you about the real red, but we also have, pick up some of my mess here, a piece of soft suede for the stem. There we go. Why I didn't think that closed all the way, I don't know. And then I have a piece of shaded spruce for the leaf. Okay, would help if that wasn't. Okay, so to go over this, make sure that you did not relock your opened punch. And then back out with the Tombow glue. Hopefully I don't make a mess of this, but I probably will, so. Just a dab at the end there. So then that way you can put the front, which is the one that says the sentiment to an A+ teacher on the front there. Put a little dab on the end of the leaf, because this is going to go on top of your apple, as so. And you're going to get your fingers kind of gluey. I always get my fingers glue when it comes to this. I think that's probably why I prefer the tape runner, because I don't get as gluey. So then the shorter edge is the shorter edges of your box are the back and front of your box. So pick the side that you want as your front. Some people like to put the seam in the back. I'm not too picky. And then I'm going to go ahead and Tombow the front. Get the front on here. And if you don't think that you've got the sides down, or your heat tool kind of warped your paper a little, you can always go in here and put just another drop and then secure it down. So in that way it doesn't look like it's coming up and not going to fall off before or after you give it to your intended target. And then on the back, we're going to put the back on here. And one of the things that I like about the Tombow with working with boxes is the fact that you can kind of move things around a little bit until you know that it's in the right spot before it decides that it's going to harden and be a permanent seal. So here you are, a finished box. I hope that you enjoyed this and have a wonderful day, and until next time. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this project, please like, share, subscribe, and watch more. You can find links to my Stampin' Up! Store, blog, dimensions, and the product list in the description below. Until next time.